Hey everybody, it's Ed Dale here, and I'm thrilled that you could make it along this evening. I've been a great admirer of Chad's for just the longest time, and I'm really thrilled that he's taken the time out to come along and talk to us. Look, on the webinar tonight, you're going to discover how this broke 27-year-old who lost the use of his dominant arm became an app millionaire, and discover the secrets and the exact steps he used to achieve this kind of success. On tonight's webinar, we're going to learn, let's go through it. So how to find the hottest apps, how to spy on competition and replicate their success, 2 sneaky websites that identify apps that you should model now. I love that. It's just such a useful thing. And the exact app empire formula Chad uses that's resulted in every single app he has ever created being profitable. And that just is something that we all are very interested to have a look at. You're also going to learn how you can create apps that masses want, that sell like crazy, because if you're going to compete in those areas of the App Store, that's absolutely vital. Plus, of course, you're going to have the #1 biggest mistake most appreneurs fall prey to that differentiate the app millionaires from the failures. I love that term, appreneurs, because it really does encapsulate everything that makes this whole incredible new business opportunity just fabulous, that I think. Now, we all know that it's very difficult to prosper in the new economy. I mean, if you're not on the cutting edge and moving with the times, you're just going to get left behind. But having said that, there are so many companies, of course, like Apple. I don't know if you know this, but I'm a tad impartial to Apple. And new entrepreneurs like Tim Ferriss, who's just released his amazing book, who are doing things that are really, really different. But not only are they surviving, I think they're also thriving in this new economy, and that's what being an appreneur is all about. There are so many ways you can make money with apps. Anybody who's been following me for any period of time knows that I'm highlighting constantly different processes, and that's why I'm so excited about this evening. There's obviously advertising revenue, there's affiliate marketing opportunities, my goodness, list building opportunities, not to mention a personal favorite, selling apps to local businesses, and so much more. I mean, there really is a bunch of different ways. But I suppose, the other thing is here, a lot of people ask, is it a legitimate thing? People wonder, is this all a fad? Is this just the latest thing? Well, let's have a look at some stats. I think you know my opinion, but let's have a look at some stats to back this up. Mobile devices now outnumber the number of human beings on the planet. I think I sort of push the odds significantly. I think there's about 12 devices within an arm's reach here, but there are more devices than human beings on the planet. There's also, let's have a look here. Look at this. Not only that, but the numbers are soaring rapidly, and by 2016, they're projected to reach 52 billion app downloads. There were 30 billion app downloads in 2011. Extraordinary. The opportunity today is bigger than ever, especially since the launch of the new iPhone 5, my precious, that broke all of the previous records when it sold 5 million units in the first 3 days. 5 million. It's the biggest product launch of all time. I mean, it is extraordinary, which is over 1 million more than the iPhone 4 sold at the same time. This is not going away, folks. This is not a fad. This is how people are doing business. I had a customer that produced stubby holders, which for those of you who are not out of Australia, it's sort of a thing that you put your beer cans in to keep them nice and cold, a very, very important piece of equipment here in Australia. As traditional a traditional business you could possibly see. And he's been very successful. And I just asked him, just as a matter of interest, how much of the traffic that you're getting to your website now is from a mobile device? And he started laughing sheepishly and said, you know what, Ed, it's 30%. It's up from 4% just 12 months ago. And I said, do you have a mobile website? And he said, no, he doesn't. There you go. It's as Gary Halbert would say, you go where the punters are. You know, Facebook, give you an idea. Look, I mean, Facebook are taking mobile so seriously that their CEO, Mark Zuckerberg, recently said in the next 3 to 5 years, Facebook's performance will be determined by how well we do with mobile. And that's so true. There was almost riots with how bad the Facebook mobile app has been, and they're now starting to issue updates to make it a lot better. It's going to be crucial. There'll be all sorts of problems. Of course, they ended up buying Instagram for over $1 billion. And that, I think people look back on that and see that that's a really useful thing as well. Recently, Facebook poured an enormous amount of money into its new mobile ad system, which is